What's going on, assassins? Here's one. I'm sorry it's late, but it just came across my desk. Apparently, January 14th, Thursday, in just a couple of short hours, we should be getting title update 111. What does that mean? How does that affect us? And does it affect any of the glitches? And more importantly, will it fix broken parts of this freaking game? I have all these answers for you inside. I'm Darkshot of the YouTube Assassin. Let's get into this, and hopefully you find whatever ails you is gonna be repaired. So like I said, title update 1.1.1 is coming tomorrow. We're already at 1.10, so this is the next title update. And it looks to be about a 2 to 3 gig download or upload. And it looks like it's coming at 7 a.m. Eastern, so in about 6 hours from time of this recording. So it looks like what they're going to do is they're going to fix unlock conditions for quest-related or non-repeatable achievements, unlock conditions for countable repeatable achievements, and then let's see, the Animus Pulse will now highlight dead bodies for necessary situations only. Enemies can no longer be auto-looted using the throw weapons perk. Tweaked AI detection when using disguise while dodging or being in air. Added a reward to the Death Stranding homage. There's a Death Stranding homage? Oh, I gotta see that. Let's see, quivers and rations will now refill when upgrading them while they are depleted. White dots hitting at rations, adrenaline, arrow, loot beyond interaction range will no longer be displayed when the player has max quantity already. So, that looks kind of weird. Let's see, players will now be able to use Wake Up at any time while in Asgard. The daily quests will now reset whenever the game detects that it's not possible to continue or restart the quest. The quest may then be reactivated at the Informer. So for all of us who have been going to Retta and all of a sudden we select both his quests, we go to do the quest and the one disappears. If it detects that it's not there anymore, you're going to have to go back to him and you could reselect it. Added text-to-speech to letters found in the game. Added previews to colorblind and subtle options. They tweaked the damage dealt and received values for the Lost Wolf Boss encounter to reduce friction when playing on the Drengir difficulty. Rebalanced initial damage dealt with Harpoon Impalement, which I don't know how bad that's going to be. Improve performance and stability. And as far as graphics, they addressed various graphics issues, various clipping, various NPC animation issues, so hopefully you'll be able to talk to your NPCs that you can't talk to or interact with, like the bodies from the daughters of the Lorithion, so that you could get the Thor outfits. Let's see what else they've got here. Addressed an issue that caused dummies to jitter when hit with a poison arrow, which is kind of odd. Added some electricity to to Thor's hammer before picking it up. I'm sorry, it's late. Addressed an issue where war cries would repeat or loop oddly. Addressed an issue where blowing the horn and starting to move with the left foot forward could sometimes make Ivor's feet glide. They're addressing a photo mode issue. An issue where some Raven skins were low res. Optimized some textures. Address the texture issue in Sistir Abbey. Now let's see, this is the meat of it, the quests, world events, and side activities. They addressed an issue in Legend of Beowulf where the clue marker will remain after it was investigated. Addressed an issue in a sticky situation where the NPC would sometimes not spawn. Addressed an issue where the player could get stuck fishing in the baker's plaint. Let's see, addressed an issue in the fishing lesson that under certain circumstances prevented players from completing the world event. Addressed an issue where players are stuck after pledging to Lakenshire. Addressed an issue where the player could get stuck in a boss fight during a Cruel Destiny. Addressed an issue where some treasures wouldn't be at their location or couldn't be looted. Let's see, Online service errors when trying to save, they addressed. Black screen after building the blacksmith. Storming the walls after completing severing the lines where you didn't receive storming the walls. Addressed an issue in to serve the light where Hytham would get stuck on the boat when randomly shooting arrows into the water. Prevented players from interacting with settlement NPCs. They addressed that. Completing clues and riddles. The quest clues and riddles. Absence of an Elderman that prevented players from completing the quest. Let's see, addressed an issue where pointing to a wrong destination in The Devil Has All the Best Tunes. Addressed War Weary that prevented players from completing the quest when Seobert was accidentally killed. Yeah, here we go. They addressed the issue that prevents you from starting the Daughters of Lyrion encounter. They addressed the Binding Fate that caused the boss to be stuck on a rock. An issue where Estrid could only get stuck in Taken. An issue in Pluck the Quill, where the players would be unable to interact with Aelwyn. An issue in Binding Fate that caused the boss to be stuck underground when using Dive of Valkyrie. Price of Wisdom that prevented players from completing the quest. An issue with the Boar and the Golden Nose, where the boar would sometimes disappear. An issue with Bleeding the Leech, where Erky would be at the wrong location. An issue of Blood and Bonds, where the player couldn't complete the quest or report back to Ranvi. An issue with the Prodigal Prince that prevented players from completing the quest. Let's see, an issue that prevents you from completing the Old Cellar mystery. Rivalry for the Ages. They addressing the issue with the Mary Lou disguise, where it won't disappear after finishing the arc. So, we're going to get rid of this cape finally. The Road to Harmatia that prevented the players from completing the quest. Nud could become a little problem, could get stuck in a little problem. An issue that prevented players from interacting with Oba and Sons of Ragnar. An issue with Basim was in a fight with NPCs before the start of Puppets and Prisoners. An issue where Brewing Rebellion that prevented players from force opening the door to the Longhouse in Buckingham. Addressed the Bridges of Oppression that prevented players from completing the quest. And another one in Kingkiller that prevented Ivar from reaching the door to Rodri's room. They also addressed an issue in A Fiend Out of Hell that prevents players from examining one of the cows. So those are all the issues that they fixed as far as quest goes. In the world, they're fixing misplaced textures of objects. Hopefully no more floating trees. An instance where players could become stuck, like you saw in the video that I showed you, where I got hit by a barrel Donkey Kong style and fell to the ground. Grounded a floating boat in Vinland. That's a famous boat. As far as combat and gameplay, they addressed various NPC issues where they would sometimes return to a location when they fled a place that's still being raiding, where whales would sometimes start their fleeing behavior mid-air. An issue where archery was blocked with M and key holding the shift key. Let's see, it looks like poison traps with the predator bow. It just looks like a bunch of... Oh, an issue where guards would sometimes not react to hostility to watching Ivor burn members of their faction with oil jars. NPCs could be killed by throwing corpses at them in Vinland. I didn't know that was possible. Let's see, an issue that removed Bjorn from the ship crew. An issue with the mentor set with the gear perk sometimes didn't activate even when 2 of the 4 sets were equipped, or 2 or 4 parts were equipped. Now, abilities, perks, and skills address an issue where some ranged special abilities could incorrectly be used with guided arrows, where one NPC would not leave Ivor's side when Feign Death was used, where several abilities wouldn't work against hostile dogs, an issue with Man's Best Friend, where it wouldn't unlock after completing the quest, a little problem, and they also they addressed an issue with the Mentor set, where the gear perk wouldn't activate even though 2 to 4 pieces of the set were activated. Other than that, they're fixing interface and HUD issues, the problem where your arrow quantity is stuck at 12, UI language issues, the camera will now be closer to the character when browsing tattoos in the Animus store. colorblind issues. They're really big on helping out people who are colorblind, which that's pretty cool. Issue where a blank box would appear in the completed quest list. So that's kind of wild. Other than that, they have like a whole bunch of other things as far as like the system goes and as far as the user interface and HUD. So tomorrow after 7, I will get on the game and I will see what they did, what they fixed, and what they didn't fix. Of course, I will let you know exactly which glitches are working, if they are working, and if they are removed. I will definitely be going through them all after basically downloading the patch. But just to let you know, once again, it's coming tomorrow, 7 a.m. Eastern. So make sure that you either have your system off, you have your internet disconnected or whatever, until you find out what glitches are going to be removed if you're still into glitches, or make sure that it's on so that whatever issues you had are repaired. So now I want to know from you guys, did any of your issues land on this list? Are you confident that it's going to be repaired? How excited are you for Ubisoft to actually fix this stuff? Let me know that in the comments below. Let me know if you didn't hear what's on your list, if you would like to see something on your list or on this list being repaired, because I mean, this has been a rough couple of months with this game in its current condition. It really has. There's been a lot of things that they should have done that they did not do. So once again, let me know all the details or any of the problems that you're having in the comments below. Other than that, I really do hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe. It helps this channel out an awful lot. Helps me get information to you a lot quicker and sooner. Once again, thank you for watching, and I want you all to stay safe. Until next time, be good and take care.